Hey people, welcome to this week's episode of Cooking Without Looking. I'm Steven, the blind guy, and I'm here to do some cooking without looking for you. Tonight, I'm making meatloaf. When I was young, I hated meatloaf, but I like it now. It's economical, good, and makes great sandwiches for lunch for the next couple of days after you have it for dinner tonight. So, there's my sew again. I've got in my bowl here some fresh ground beef from the butcher. Oh, doesn't that look nice? All bloody and gross. And I'm going to cut up. Oh, and you know how I always have it. I have the green pepper. And I also have an onion this week. It was on the grocery list, and I have it. Bing! Onion. Now, I'm going to say to you guys, you know, a lot of people who have disabilities are on a fixed income. A lot of them live way below the poverty line. So everything I cook is simple and affordable. We can't afford all these fancy ingredients that these big chefs use. You know, I can't make pork a la pojante and mamuvu and for dessert a puffy pastry a la gitana sherbet. What does that mean? I don't know. So it's simple. And that's always what I like to do. Affordable and simple. So anybody can do it. You know, it's a good healthy meal and fills you up and it's affordable. So I'm gonna do my meatloaf. Of course, as always, I have no camera person to hold the camera. So I'm gonna have to compromise, and everybody gets it anyway because I can still kind of set it up and do what I gotta do. So first thing I'm gonna do, I've got to line this up again. Oh, I have to be careful. I got my cup of tea here. You know I always like my cup of tea. Let me just move this junk. Well, it's not junk, it's the green pepper. So, I'll put that like that. And then I bring over my cut. Oh, I think that's probably good. Right there. Anyway, what I like to do first with I like to take like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 soda crackers. 6. I might be able to actually hold the phone and do this part. So, I'll take 6 soda crackers, just plain old, affordable soda crackers, and I'm going to crunch it all up in my bowl with my ground beef. That just adds a bit of consistency to it. Is that the word? Consistency. I'm so educated. Anyway, so we've got the crackers in there. And then, I gotta line this back up, because I have to cut my green pepper. You know what, people? I don't see. So, really, you should be listening to what I'm actually saying, if you can't see what I'm doing, because then you'll be like me, cooking without looking. Right? Okay. Let's get ready. Oh, Jesus. You know, let me move this. Gotta clear up some space here. Okay. Oh, am I lined up? I hope so. Let me see. Okay. So, I'm gonna cut up my... Guess what? And you all know the problems I have with labels on things, because I'll usually just cut it up and put it right in the food. I found the label today. There was a label on this green pepper. I don't know why every week it changes. Some weeks there's a label. Some weeks there's not a label. You're wondering, how do blind people do that without cutting your finger? I don't know. It's all by feel. You can call me Mr. McFeely. So I gotta turn that. Okay, let's see. Oh, chop, chop, chop. Anyway, maybe I'll talk a little bit about dog guides tonight. As you know, I have a dog guide, Keegan. and I have a retired dog guide, Zulu. Zulu had to retire after only working a year. I was very sad about that, but I couldn't give her up, so I kept her as a pet. And then I went back and got Keegan, and Keegan's a very good guider. Anyway, when you go for the training, you actually have to live there for 27 days, 26 days. And the first day you go, for the first couple of days, you do training with the trainer who's holding the harness and pretends they're the dog, you know. And they show you start with the commands and all that, and try and walk into walls, and you know, and you gotta know to correct the dog. And then after a couple of days, you finally get to meet your dog. You've never seen the dog before. So they send you to your room because you actually live there. They give you a room, they feed you, and it's all free on donations. Everything's free, and each dog is worth well, the dog program, like for CVC, for the guide dogs, is $25,000 a dog. Can you imagine? So anyway, they house you, like in your room, and they feed you, and you stay there. So then they bring you the dog in the room, and oh, your heart's pounding because it's like you're waiting to meet some big celebrity. It's like Ellen DeGeneres is coming to your room or something. And holla. And so you meet your dog, and then they let you, from that time on, you're always with your dog because you have to bond. Because you've never met the dog before, so you have to bond. So after that, you train 6 days a week, Monday to Saturday, and you have Sundays off. And that's when you can have people come visit, unless you're from somewhere else in Canada, because they actually fly people in. If you want to train with a dog, they have other dog guide programs too. If you ever want to check it out, go to dogguides.com. But they'll fly in from all over Canada for free, and all the training's free. And the people you stay with become like your family because you're all in the same boat, and it's so nice because you all become so close. I'm gonna have to reach for my onion. There it is. Anyway, it's a fabulous program. I think I moved out of the shot. Hello. So anyway, you train, and they actually take you to a mall. I'm cutting my onion now for my visually impaired or blind friends with my descriptive video. Remember, I'm in my 20s, and I look like Brad Pitt. So they take you to a mall, and they actually take you around. The dogs know how to find elevators and doors and stairs and escalators. So they take you there, and you hang around the mall for the day. And then they usually take you for lunch. And it's all kind of really neat. And the dogs are so smart. I'm going out of the frame for a minute. I have to put my onion in the garbage. Well, my onion scraps. So anyway, as the days go on, and you get closer to your graduation, you actually go into Toronto. It's the ultimate suburban challenge. I hated going there when I could see, let alone blind and with a dog that you have to. But now you're so bonded, and you know you can trust the dog. Okay, I'm just cutting my onion here. They take you into Toronto, and they actually walk up and down the busy Bloor Street or Yonge Street, and they make you go on the subway. Ah! Could you imagine? On the subway, blind. I was freaking out. But of course, the trainers are always with you, and it all worked out well. Went for lunch, and that was that day, but it was amazing. And then, the day before graduation, they take you out in the school van. I'm just chatting away here while I'm cutting my onion. They take you out in the school van. They drop you off somewhere in Oakville, where the school is. They don't tell you where you are. And they just drive off and leave you with your dog. So you have to take all that training that you were taught there and put it to use. And you have to walk back to the school. And we all made it. And the feeling is amazing. The freedom. I felt like a 14-year-old boy on a skateboard. So could you imagine being blind and dropped off somewhere and you don't know where you are or anything like that? And then the next day's graduation, and the foster family who fostered the dog for the first year, because they have to go to a home and a foster family looks after them for the first year, they come to your graduation, and so does the person who donated some money, because sometimes, most of the Lions clubs donate, but sometimes people do. And I had an artist lady who had eye trouble, and she wanted to donate to the dog guides to the CVC program. So she came. So you get your dog's foster family and your sponsor come to see you graduate, and your family can come too if you live close enough. Some people that are out east or out west, they can't have their family because their family can't fly in. It'd be too expensive. Okay, I'm just adding my onion to the bowl with the meat. So really, it is a great, amazing program. And all that in 26, 27 days. And then you come home, and then you have to adjust to your neighborhood, so that's kind of scary. But usually when you're totally blind, the first time you go somewhere, you can have a voice guide. And then after that, the dog remembers. I remember when I got home, I had gone to the doctor for something. Probably my cholesterol with all this food I eat. And so anyway, I had a friend voice guide me in, and then I hadn't gone back to the doctors for like 2 years. And when I went, the dog remembered exactly where to go. Found the door, took me to the stairs, down the stairs, found the door to the doctor's office, right across the waiting room, and up to the front window. I was amazed. It was absolutely fantastic. Okay, got my onion in the bowl here. Got a mess on the counter. And by the way, apparently onions are poisonous to dogs. So, if you ever use an onion, don't let your dog eat it. Most people laugh because they're like, oh, my dog could eat anything. But I'm just washing my hands. Remember, I am the hygienic blind guy. So, apparently grapefruit seeds and grapes aren't good for dogs either, or pork. That's what I heard. Okay. So now, there's my big bowl that you can't probably see over the edge yet, but where's the camera? Oh!
Heading not found.
Hear her? Heading not found. Because everything I have has to talk. So I've got everything in there, see it? Actually, I could probably hold the camera for this bit. There. So I'm going to mix it up. I've got my ground beef, my soda crackers, my green pepper, and my onion. You got to mix that up good. And that's all there is to it, people. You could put in spice if you like, but I don't need to put any in mine because the onion adds enough and the green pepper. Oh, and I've got my oven preheating 325 because I'm going to cook this for an hour. So, I'm not done yet though. There's some more fancy stuff I'm going to do to it. And it's not costly, it's cheap. So I appreciate all of you people who are coming to my YouTube Cooking Without Looking page. I must say, I have 10 subscribers so far and 1,200 and something views. So people, when you come and look at it, subscribe because we want tons of subscribers and we want hundreds of thousands of views. You never know, maybe I could get out of my kitchen. Somebody will discover me and I can have a cameraman. Wouldn't that be nice? And it'd be fun. You could come to my kitchen and see the blind guy cooking. I could talk about blind things and all the adventures I get up to and the dogs, and I think it'd be good. So, I shall be right back because I have to now take this. I think it looks like it's mixed up enough. And I gotta put it in a meatloaf pan. But I kinda got gooey hands. And I need the hand I'm holding the camera with to be able to get the meatloaf pan. Alright? Well, unless I put